Loves, and welcome to CMU Nitty Gritty. I'm Kenyon Heyward, and with us is my guest, Stacey Heyward. As a former graduate from Fruita Monument High School and a Grand Junction native, Stacey is here to talk to us about the home buying process. So Stacey, how are you today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So can you tell us a little bit about the home buying process? Where would we even begin to start something like this?
Sure. A lot of times people are so intimidated by even the thought of buying a home. They don't know where to start. They don't know who to talk to. So it's actually quite simple. When you're at a position in your life, you have a steady income. That's the most important thing. And you're interested in finding out about buying a home. You would start talking to a realtor. That's a good word, a good place to start.
Okay.
You will start kind of looking around, and then you'll want to know, how much home can I qualify for? So that's when you would come talk to us at Major Mortgage. You would come into the office, and we would have you fill out a short pre-qualification form. It's really simple. It's one page. And there's just some information that we require from borrowers. It's your date of birth, your social security number, your place of employment, things like that. You fill this form out. It takes about 10 minutes. And the first thing we'll do is pull your credit. And people don't always know exactly where they're at as far as their credit score goes. And there are certain minimum requirements for people to buy a home. So by us pulling your credit, we can tell you, hey, your credit score is X, and yes, you're in a good place to buy a home. Sometimes their credit is not in a place where they're at, where they can buy a home. So we say to them, hey, you're not quite there, but we have a resource for you to go to get in a position where you could buy a home. So we'd like to get everybody that first snapshot to know whether they're ready or they need to go back to the drawing board and work on some things before they can buy.
Okay, and if they can qualify, how long does the process normally take?
From start to finish, once you start looking for a home, I mean, that can take months, but let's say you find a home right away. From the beginning of making an offer on the home and closing on your house usually takes about 3 to 4 weeks. Generally, most closings occur in about 30 days.
And when you say closing, what do you mean by that?
The closing is where you actually sit down at the table with your real estate agent, your loan officer, and you sit down and actually sign the papers and own your home. It's very exciting.
And is the Grand Junction office your only office of Major Mortgage?
No, we've actually grown. We have 9 offices now in the U.S. We have offices in Colorado, obviously, Wyoming, Utah, Texas, North Dakota. So we're growing all the time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And how many employees are in this office here?
In Grand Junction alone, we have about 50 employees. So it's a big office. It's our headquarters. So it's a great place to be. We're right on Patterson Road, and we have about 10 loan officers. That's who you would talk to get qualified to buy your house, and then you would work with the support staff after that. So the rest of the people in the office are support staff. It's processors, underwriters, closers, things like that in the office.
Okay, and how did you get into the mortgage industry? Is that something that you've always wanted to do? How did that start?
You know, my husband got into the business first, and so I was kind of behind the scenes always with him, raising kids. But I was always there, discussing management decisions and plans for the business. Now our kids are grown and everyone's in school, so I decided it was time to go back to work and actually take an active role in the office. So it's been fun getting back into the workplace.
Okay, again, we're with Stacey Heyward from Major Mortgage. And how is it working with your husband on a day-to-day basis? I mean, you guys are together before work, after work, and now from 8 to 5. How was that transition?
You know, it's interesting. I would say early on in our marriage, it's not something that probably would have worked so well for us.
Right.
But now we are a great team. Like I said, I've always been part of the business behind the scenes, and now I'm there in the office. We have a lot of fun together. It's nice because working together, you have some flexibility, and one of us is usually there, and we can cover for the other person. So. Yeah. Gives us just a little bit of freedom coming in and out of the office, which is really nice.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So what are some things that people can do to build their credit to kind of help speed up the process?
You know, that's a great question, because a lot of times people don't know. They're kind of intimidated to get a credit card or to have credit. But that's one thing that most college students really should know, because you need credit. It's very important. So get a credit card and be responsible about it. Don't go out and start spending all kinds of money. But get a credit card, make a purchase, and then pay it off. That will improve your credit. and it'll show that you know how to be responsible with credit. So that's really the best place to start.
Okay, and what's your favorite part about being in the mortgage industry?
My favorite part is definitely when people get to buy their home. It's a huge purchase. It's one of the biggest purchases in anyone's life.
Definitely.
And it's the American dream. So when you get to make that happen for somebody, it's really fulfilling, and it feels good. People are just so thrilled about it.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be part of that.
Yeah, and what's your least favorite part?
Well, the least favorite part is probably having to tell someone that no, we can't qualify you right now. You need to do this, this, and this. But like I said, we try to give people tools to help them get to that place, but it's never fun telling someone that they're not going to be able to buy the home that they have their heart set on.
Yeah. And when you're not working, what do you like to do?
You know, I love to play tennis, and I love to travel. So my husband and I, when we can sneak away from the office, we do travel a bit and have fun away from Grand Junction a little bit.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Stacey, for talking with us today out of your busy day.
Thanks for having me.
So if you guys are interested in finding out more of the home buying process, head on over to Major Mortgage and talk with Stacey. I'm Kenyon Heyward, and this is CMU Nitty Gritty.
Perfect.